Archangel Michael says, "Today, something extraordinary has been released over your life. You've been granted a great and overflowing portion, a divine financial outpouring that has already been written in your name by the hand of heaven, and unless you receive it with faith and openness, this sacred blessing might pass by you forever." Heaven has been watching your quiet strength, your hidden tears, and the heavy moments when you kept walking forward even when it felt like no one saw you. The moments where you gave when you had nothing left. The nights you stayed up whispering prayers into the darkness, believing that somehow, somewhere, God would hear you. This is the moment where those silent prayers begin to bloom, and the seeds you've sown through faith, patience, and struggle begin to rise from the soil of your pain into the light of miracles. Type 555 to receive miracles. This blessing has been prepared not just for your comfort, but for your calling. It is not only a financial release. It is a heavenly response to your years of brokenness, your prayers for breakthrough, and your readiness to walk in the purpose that has been waiting for you. You were never forgotten. Even in the quietest moments of your despair, heaven was moving, aligning everything behind the scenes to lead you to this sacred hour. God is not releasing this gift randomly. He chose you. You were chosen not because you were perfect, but because your heart remained open. You were chosen not because you never failed, but because even when you did, you got back up and still believed. That belief has moved something in heaven. That unwavering hope, even in your weakest moments, has drawn the attention of the angels and reached the throne of God. Like this video and subscribe to this channel if you always keep God first. I need you to understand something very deeply. This blessing is not small. This is not just about surviving. This is about overflow, about restoration, about receiving more than what you lost, more than what was stolen, more than what was withheld. It is about receiving more than what you thought you deserved. Because God's love does not measure by the worthiness the world sees, it measures by the depth of your surrender, your faith, and your readiness to receive. You've been faithful over little. You have praised through droughts. You have honored God even when your hands were empty. And now, heaven's storehouse is being opened over your life. Angels have been dispatched with instructions written in gold. The blessing carrying your name has a divine seal. It cannot be blocked by enemies. It cannot be delayed by circumstances. It has been signed by God's hand, and today, it has been sent. What if 7 minutes could rewrite your financial future forever? This hidden frequency, backed by neuroscience, flips the brain's natural wealth switch, unleashing unstoppable prosperity. People are calling it the money magnet sound, and it's already transforming lives. But hesitation means missing out while others move ahead. This is your moment to act. Click the link in the video description and comments below to awaken the wealth inside you today before the chance slips away. You may not see it in your hands yet. You may still be in the waiting room, in the hallway between hope and manifestation. But I need you to hear me clearly, this is not the time to doubt. This is the moment to stand in the light of faith and declare, "It is mine." Because the spiritual transaction has already been completed. The papers in heaven have been signed. The wealth, the abundance, the open doors, the favor, the provision, all of it is now chasing you. Type 1515 to receive peace in your soul. This is the moment you've waited for. This is the turning point where everything begins to shift in your favor. And you must not allow fear, doubt, or discouragement to rob you of this harvest. Do not look at your current situation as the final word. What is visible now is temporary. What God has spoken over your life is eternal. It is rooted in His promises, His mercy, and His love, not in your current surroundings or bank account. I am speaking directly to the part of you that has felt forgotten, overlooked, and tired. The part of you that has been clinging to promises with shaking hands. The part of you that wondered if your breakthrough would ever arrive. Listen to me. It is here. It is now. And it is real. All of heaven is leaning in. The angels are rejoicing because you made it through what tried to break you. You made it through what tried to silence you. And now, the blessing that was delayed is being delivered. The delay was never denial. It was divine timing. And that timing is today. You are about to step into something that will not only change your life, but the lives of those connected to you. This financial release is not just for bills, debts, or temporary relief. It is for vision, for impact, for building what God placed in your heart when no one else believed in you. It is so you can bless others, just as you once cried out to be blessed. This is about more than money. This is about God trusting you with something holy, something sacred. This is about stewardship, about purpose, about being a light in a world full of darkness. And you, beloved one, are ready. You are chosen for this. You are anointed for this. And nothing, no person, no delay, no lie of the enemy, can take this from you unless you let it go. Do not let it go. Do not let today pass you by as just another moment. Recognize that this is holy ground. This is a divine visitation. What heaven is doing in your life now is not ordinary. It is not common. It is not small. It is mighty, and it is eternal. Heaven is moving. God is speaking. Your name has been written on the scrolls of release. Your spirit has been marked for overflow. Your time has come. There is a river of divine provision flowing in your direction now, and the current is gaining strength. The release is not coming, it has already started. You are standing in the first drops of a downpour that will cover every dry and barren area of your life with goodness, peace, and divine fullness. You have cried for so long behind closed doors, with no one fully understanding how much you've carried. You've smiled through storms, helped others through their pain while secretly battling your own. You've been the strong one for everyone around you, while silently praying for your own rescue. Heaven saw every bit of it. Nothing you went through has been wasted. No pain, no delay, no loss. It was all seen, it was all measured, and it has all been turned into purpose. Type 1616 if you surrender to God's will. This blessing that has been spoken over you is coming with justice. It's not just a gift. It's heaven's way of restoring what was unfairly taken. God is bringing balance where life brought imbalance. He is settling accounts in ways you could never do on your own. You were wronged. You were pushed aside. But you didn't become bitter. And that is why this blessing is not just financial, it is holy compensation for everything you've endured without complaining. You are not just receiving what was lost. You are receiving interest. You are receiving what belongs to your name, your legacy, and your purpose. This is restoration wrapped in abundance. This is recompense carried by angelic hands. You don't need to chase it, it's chasing you. Stay until the end, for this message was chosen to remind you that you are not alone. This next phase of your life will not look like your past. The heaviness, the lack, the begging, the constant survival mode, it is coming to an end. Your steps are now being led into fields you did not plant but will harvest. Doors you could not open by yourself are about to swing wide. Resources, connections, and opportunities are being drawn to you now by the hand of God Himself. You will be able to breathe again, fully and freely. Not just physically, but spiritually. The tightness in your chest, the anxiety about the future, the silent wondering if you'll ever get out of this struggle, all of it will be lifted. The chains that held your progress back are breaking in real time. You're not imagining it. You're not wishing. This is real. You are being shifted from spiritual drought to divine overflow. The money that's coming to you will not confuse you, tempt you, or destroy you. It will bless you. It will heal areas of your life that were aching for release. You will not waste it. You will not fall because of it. You will walk in wisdom. You will be able to give without fear. You will bless others from a place of joy, not from lack. This is not about greed. This is about healing. This is about seeing your children live without fear. This is about paying off debts that have been breathing down your back for years. This is about replacing the broken parts of your life with the peace that only heaven's release can bring. It's about finally sleeping at night without anxiety. It's about waking up with joy instead of panic. What if 7 minutes of sound could end years of financial struggle and replace it with freedom, prosperity, and peace? This ancient frequency, once locked away in secret government research, is now changing lives everywhere. Imagine bills erased, doors opening, and sudden windfalls flowing into your hands. But every delay is wealth lost forever. Click the link in the video description and comments below to switch on your money wave, and claim abundance today. God has seen your heart, and your heart has passed the test. When you had little, you still gave. When you were overlooked, you still served. When no one noticed, you kept showing up. That faith, that humility, that endurance, it touched the heart of God. And now the reward is coming to you in waves you never imagined. You are going to laugh again, with real joy that doesn't fade when the day ends. You are going to build again, your home, your dreams, your confidence. You are going to rise from the ashes of what tried to destroy you. And no one will be able to take the credit for it except God. Every word being spoken to you now is not a fantasy. It's a spiritual announcement. It is a trumpet from heaven declaring, the time has come. And those who doubted you, those who counted you out, will soon watch the hand of God raise you in ways they never saw coming. This money is not just for you. It's for the calling on your life. It's for the people you're meant to help. It's for the dreams you tucked away because life got too hard. But now, God is saying, pick them up again. I'm breathing on them. Type 2020 to claim joy and strength. You won't have to explain yourself. You won't have to prove anything. The blessing will speak for itself. It will shine through your life like light through stained glass, beautiful and undeniable. This is what happens when favor meets obedience. When faith meets divine timing. All you need to do now is remain open. Keep believing. Keep your heart clean. Keep your hands lifted in gratitude, even before you see it. Because what's coming is already yours. It's just moving toward your hands now. Stay grounded in God's peace. Let nothing steal your focus. This is a holy moment, and you are ready for it. There were moments when you felt like nothing was changing, when the doors remained closed no matter how many times you knocked. You tried everything, hoped quietly, trusted deeply, but still found yourself at the edge of despair. And yet, you didn't give up. You kept your eyes on God. You whispered your faith even when your voice was trembling. That is why this moment is so sacred. Because it's not just a reward for endurance, it's the fulfillment of a divine promise made long ago. This blessing, this financial outpouring, this unexpected flood of goodness that's being placed in your life, it is coming with clarity, peace, and purpose. You will not be confused by it. You will not question if you deserve it. Because the answer is written in heaven's records, yes, you do. Not because you earned it the way the world measures worth, but because your heart has always remained close to God, even when your world was falling apart. You have been tested. You have been broken. You have walked through fires that no one else saw. And through it all, you still kept love in your spirit and light in your eyes. You still believed in God's goodness, even when life gave you reasons not to. That kind of faith does not go unnoticed. Heaven records every tear, every prayer, every sacrifice. And now, God has issued the release. This money is not a trickle, it is a flood. It will reach places in your life you didn't know needed healing. It will restore dignity where shame tried to grow. It will bring answers to questions you were too afraid to ask. And most of all, it will prove to your heart that God was listening all along. Every moment of struggle was not silence, it was preparation. You are not receiving this blessing because of luck or chance. You are receiving it because of covenant. Because of the covering God placed over you when you were still learning how to walk through the storms. Because you are chosen, and the chosen are not forgotten, even when the world forgets them, heaven never does. You may not have had anyone to support you. You may have carried the weight alone. But now, God is shifting things. You are moving from isolation to celebration. From scarcity to security. From sorrow to joy. You are stepping into the chapter where the pain becomes purpose, and the waiting turns into receiving. You will begin to feel something inside you awaken. A new hope. A new peace. A new energy. That's not coincidence. That's your spirit responding to the move of God. That's your inner self recognizing the nearness of what's been sent to you. The breakthrough is not far. It's close. It's at the edge of your life, ready to burst through with power and promise. Type 111 if you believe miracles are near. And when it comes, it will not come quietly. It will not be hidden. The people who saw you struggle will also see you rise. Not because you want to prove them wrong, but because God wants to show them what happens when someone remains faithful through the fire. You will shine, not with pride, but with testimony. Every delay you went through was building something inside of you. Patience, wisdom, strength. Now that it's time for your blessing to arrive, you'll know how to carry it with grace. You'll know how to manage it, protect it, and share it without losing yourself. This money is not just about survival, it's about restoration. Restoration of dreams, health, hope, and relationships. It will be a seed that births other blessings. It will become the root from which new branches of opportunity and peace will grow. God is trusting you with this because He knows you'll use it to bring light, not just to yourself, but to others. You've come too far to turn back now. You've survived too much to doubt what's ahead. This is not the time to be afraid. This is the time to stand still and let the winds of heaven push you into your next season. You are no longer in the place of waiting. You are now in the place of receiving. Heaven's windows have opened. The angels have begun the delivery. What was locked up has now been released. What was withheld has now been handed over. What you thought was lost is returning with interest. There is nothing more you need to do to earn it. Just keep your spirit ready, your hands open, and your heart grateful. Let every part of you prepare for what's coming. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Clean the room in your life where this blessing will rest. Clear away the thoughts that say you're not ready. Because you are. You've been made ready through everything you've been through. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to beg for it. Just stand in the truth that it's already yours. This financial breakthrough that has been released is not random, not delayed, and not uncertain. It is assigned. It is intentional. It carries your name, and it knows exactly where to find you. You do not need to worry about how it will come or through whom. You only need to remain rooted in your faith and know without hesitation that heaven is never late, and the plans of God are never small. For too long, you were in a season of surviving, doing your best to stretch what little you had and making sacrifices no one knew about. You gave without hesitation, even when it hurt. You smiled in public while battling storms in private. You carried burdens that should have broken you. But now, that chapter is over. The season has turned. And the favor you've been praying for is standing at your doorstep. The truth is simple: you were created for abundance, yet a dormant brain signal has been holding you back. Scientists call it the money-attracting frequency, and once awakened, it pulls wealth into your life like never before. Others who pressed play once are already transformed, living the life they dreamed of. Do not hesitate or let regret steal this chance. Click the link in the video description and comments below to unlock your prosperity now. This release of wealth, this divine abundance, is not just meant to lift your hands, it's meant to lift your soul. It's meant to restore parts of your heart that were tired of hoping, tired of trying, and tired of waiting. It's going to bring relief, but even more than that, it's going to bring joy. The kind of joy that makes you weep in awe because you finally see the hand of God touching everything around you. You will begin to notice small signs before the overflow hits. Unexpected calls. Unusual peace. A shift in your energy. These are not coincidences. These are the early signs of the promise arriving. Don't overlook them. Each one is a whisper from heaven saying, "Get ready, it's time." What you once thought was impossible is about to become undeniable. Type Amen to trust God's plan for your life. This blessing isn't coming as a test, it's coming as a confirmation. It is a response to your obedience, to the way you kept your heart clean when others around you were filled with bitterness. You didn't curse your pain. You turned it into prayer. You didn't run from God. You ran toward Him. And for that, heaven is honoring you in ways that will silence the doubts of your past. You'll be able to do things you once only dreamed of. You'll help those you always wanted to help. You'll fix what was broken. You'll start what was delayed. You'll live without fear of tomorrow. Because what's coming is not just a blessing, it's a foundation for a new life. A life led by peace instead of panic. A life covered by provision instead of pressure. And though some may question how it came so quickly, you'll know the truth. It wasn't quick, it was just the right time. They didn't see the years of hidden suffering, of quiet faith, of walking in the dark without answers. But God saw it all. And now, God has said, "Enough. Bless my child." Type Amen if you believe God is watching over you, and share this video with 5 faithful hearts to bring blessings and miracles to your life. This blessing will not confuse you. It will not make you question your purpose. In fact, it will make it clearer. You'll begin to see why you went through what you did. Why you had to wait. Why you couldn't quit. All of it was preparing you to receive something greater than anything you ever lost. And you won't lose this gift. It will not disappear. It will not be taken. Because it is wrapped in spiritual protection. This money will not just come to your hands, it will come to your soul. It will restore your laughter, your trust, your peace. It will heal wounds you forgot were still bleeding. It will reach places no one else could ever touch. I want you to remember this: you do not have to prove your worth for this. You do not have to beg for what is already yours. You do not have to earn love when you've already been chosen. This is not a transaction. This is love in motion. This is mercy turned into manifestation. This is grace becoming tangible. The angels have been watching over you, waiting for the appointed time to carry this gift to your life. And now, they are on the move. Heaven has made its decision. And no force on earth or in hell can undo what has been declared over you. So open your heart. Let go of fear. Prepare your life to receive. Because what's coming will require room. Not just physical space, but emotional and spiritual space. You need to believe you are worthy. You need to make peace with your past. You need to trust that God didn't bring you this far just to leave you standing empty. This is the fulfillment of the prayers your soul has been holding on to. This is the season where God says, "I heard you. And now, I will show you what I can do. What's coming is heavy with favor, but light on your shoulders. It will not burden you. It will lift you. It will free you. The financial blessing that's being released will not come with hidden sorrow, with stress, or with strings attached. It will come with peace. It will come with purpose. It will come with the unmistakable signature of God's love. And you'll know, deep in your bones, that it could have only come from heaven. Type 3030 if you believe Jesus lives in your heart. There have been times when you wondered if it was too late, if you missed the open door, if life had somehow passed you by. You questioned whether the prayers you whispered years ago were lost in the air, never heard, never answered. But today, I am telling you with full clarity, not one word of your prayer has been wasted. Not one moment of your waiting was meaningless. Every delay, every disappointment, every detour has led you here, to this holy moment of release. You didn't give up, even when everything around you told you to. You didn't curse the ground you walked on when the harvest didn't come. You planted seeds anyway. You trusted when the soil was dry. You praised when your hands were empty. You served when you had nothing left. And that, beloved, is why heaven has remembered your name and chosen this moment to open what was once closed. You are now being invited to step into a life that will look nothing like the one you're leaving behind. A life where your needs are not just met but exceeded. A life where giving becomes a joy, not a sacrifice. A life where you finally see the hand of God in every detail, not just in the spiritual, but in the practical, in the daily, in the provision that meets you where you are and leads you where you're meant to go. This blessing is large not because you asked for much, but because God is generous. He doesn't bless based on size, He blesses based on surrender. And your heart has surrendered time and time again. When people left, when resources dried up, when all you had was your faith, you still chose to trust. Now heaven is choosing to reward. You'll begin to see things fall into place. Things you tried to build with your own hands will suddenly come together with ease. You'll receive unexpected messages, calls, and connections that carry opportunities beyond your imagination. This is not random favor. This is targeted favor. The kind of blessing that comes when the time is right and the heart is ready. You're not the same person you were last year. You've grown. You've healed. You've shed the lies the enemy tried to make you believe. Lies that told you you weren't enough. Lies that said you were forgotten. Lies that told you to settle. But you didn't settle. And now, the door that no one else could open for you, not even your own strength, is swinging wide by the command of God Himself. You will walk through that door, not with fear, but with joy. You will carry your head high, not in pride, but in peace. You will no longer need to explain how you made it. Because your life will become the evidence of God's grace. This money is not just going to fix things, it's going to build things. It will rebuild your confidence, restore your health, renew your hope, and restart the parts of your life that were paused due to lack. The dreams you put on the shelf because they were too expensive to chase, they're being dusted off now. The vision you buried because it felt impossible, it's being revived. Because God is not just bringing the money. He's bringing the courage, the resources, and the people you need to make those dreams come alive again. Type "I believe" if you believe miracles are on the way. You will no longer live in survival mode. You are stepping into a season of overflow. The oil is being poured out and it will not stop. Not until every empty space in your life is filled with purpose, with peace, and with the presence of God. You were never forgotten. You were hidden. And now, it's your time to be seen. Not by the world's standards, but by heaven's. You are not being exposed, you are being revealed. The light of God is shining through you, and nothing will be able to dim it. There is nothing you have to chase. Just align your heart. Stay near to God. Keep your hands clean and your spirit grateful. Let praise be the atmosphere around you. Because what's coming is not just a miracle. It's the beginning of a new story. A story of abundance, of healing, of open doors, and of quiet, gentle peace. Every second you wait, wealth meant for you slips into someone else's hands. A hidden brain wave, once buried in CIA files, has been proven to awaken unstoppable prosperity. In just 7 minutes, you can unlock the switch inside your mind that draws abundance like a magnet. This is more than an opportunity, it is destiny knocking. Click the link in the video description and comments below to activate your hidden wealth wave right now. The blessing that's arriving in your life is not coming as a single moment of relief. It is arriving as a divine structure, a foundation that will carry your future, your purpose, and your peace for years to come. This money, this miracle, is not a reward for surviving. It is a resource for building. And you, chosen one, are being trusted to carry what many would have misused. You are not receiving this gift to impress the world, but to impact it. You are being handed something weighty, something sacred, something that will stretch out and touch the lives of people you haven't even met yet. What's coming into your hands will leave your hands, not as loss, but as legacy. You will give from a place of abundance, not because you have to, but because you were born to. This moment is not small. This season is not ordinary. What you're stepping into is a fulfillment of long-forgotten promises. Maybe there were words spoken over you in your childhood. Maybe someone once told you that you were called for greatness, but life seemed to bury those words. I am here to tell you, they are being resurrected now. Everything you thought was too late is coming on time. Everything you thought was lost is being returned, fully restored and wrapped in God's grace. Let your soul understand this, the journey was necessary. Without the wilderness, you would not understand the value of the promised land. Without the silence, you would not know how to hear God's voice. Without the lack, you would not know how to steward overflow. But now, because you've walked with God through both joy and pain, you are being entrusted with a blessing that is pure, protected, and permanent. You are not just receiving enough to meet your needs. You are receiving enough to change your story. Enough to stop surviving and start living. Enough to not only pay your debts, but to clear the path for generations after you. Enough to finally rest your heart from years of stress, fear, and striving. And this blessing will come with clarity. You won't have to ask, is this it? You will know. Because it will come wrapped in peace. It will not bring confusion. It will not come with strings. It will not lead you into temptation. It will elevate you with grace and wrap your days in thankfulness. Those who watched you walk through darkness are about to witness your light. Those who doubted your worth are about to see the glory of God shine through your life. And you will not need to prove anything, because the blessing will speak for itself. Type 222 if you trust that God is with you always. You have waited long. You have prayed through heartbreak. You have sown in drought. And now, the rain is coming. The rain of favor, of financial increase, of divine realignment, and it will not be a drizzle. It will be a downpour that soaks everything around you in goodness. This is not the time to second-guess yourself. This is not the time to look back or wonder if you're ready. You are ready because God says you are. He would not release this if you weren't prepared to carry it with wisdom and humility. You are stepping into this not by accident, but by divine appointment. Start preparing your mind. Let go of the thoughts that tell you this is too good to be true. Replace them with truth. With faith. With trust in the God who has brought you this far and has no intention of stopping now. Get ready to manage what's coming with discipline and joy. Get ready to bless others without fear. Get ready to wake up and see your prayers sitting right in front of you. You are no longer on the outside looking in. You are at the center of God's plan. You are no longer wandering, you are arriving. Arriving into favor. Into safety. Into rest. Into fulfillment. And nothing and no one can stop what has already been approved in heaven. The wealth, the opportunity, the peace, it's already in motion. All that remains is for you to stay aligned, stay grounded, and stay grateful. This blessing will not be the end of your story, it will be the beginning of the part you've been waiting to live. The chapter where joy replaces sorrow, and abundance becomes your new language. The financial blessing coming into your life is going to settle things you've carried for far too long. This is not just about money. It's about restoration. It's about wiping tears you thought would never stop. It's about untying emotional knots that kept you stuck in the pain of the past. It's about showing you that God never forgot what was taken from you, what was stolen, what was delayed, and what was unfairly withheld. There will be a moment, very soon, where you will sit in stillness and realize, you are no longer carrying what used to crush you. The pressure is lifting. The heaviness is leaving. The fog is clearing. And what will remain is a life shaped by peace, by divine ease, by provision that continues to show up exactly when you need it. This is not luck. This is not chance. This is God fulfilling His promise to you. For so long, you learned how to do without. You became good at making it work, at patching things up, at surviving with less than what you needed. You learned how to smile through anxiety, how to move forward with unanswered prayers. But now, that survival season is being replaced with a building season. No more patching. Now, it's time for planting. Now it's time for creating new things from a place of strength and abundance. You will no longer feel that constant pressure to figure everything out alone. This blessing will come with clarity, with guidance, and with supernatural ease. Opportunities will begin to find you. The doors you once knocked on with desperation will now open with welcome. People will come into your life with answers, not more questions. And you'll know, this can only be God. Type 333 to welcome peace into your heart. You will begin to sleep differently. Not with stress, but with peace. You will wake up not with dread, but with quiet joy. Because something in your soul will shift. That shift is already beginning. Even now, as you read these words, there is a stirring. That stirring is not your imagination. It is the confirmation that what you've been praying for is now in motion. There will be no more begging. No more shrinking. No more accepting less than you were created for. You are stepping into the fullness of what was promised to you. This is not just a reward for endurance. This is a divine recognition of your faith. Of the way you clung to God when you had every reason to walk away. This financial blessing is going to catch you off guard. It won't come the way you expect, but it will arrive with undeniable proof that heaven orchestrated every detail. Some of it may come from places you thought had forgotten you. Some of it may come from people you never imagined would help you. But no matter how it arrives, you'll recognize the hand of God in every part of it. You won't owe anyone but God. You won't have to compromise your peace to receive it. It won't cost your dignity. It won't come with manipulation. It will come wrapped in light. In truth. In undeniable favor. And when it comes, it will silence every doubt, every fear, every whisper of the enemy that told you you weren't good enough, smart enough, or lucky enough. God is rewriting your narrative. Not with struggle, but with supply. Not with fear, but with fulfillment. Not with questions, but with promises fulfilled. The struggles you faced were never your fault. A hidden brain frequency, once buried in secret research, has been silently holding back your wealth. Now, for the first time, it is available to you, and it only takes minutes to activate. Imagine the chains of debt breaking, the doors of opportunity opening, and your life flooding with prosperity. This chance may never return. Click the link in the video description and comments below to claim it now. Let your spirit remain open. This is not the time to hide. This is the time to expect. This is the time to prepare your heart for peace. Prepare your days for laughter again. Prepare your home for the sound of prayers answered. Prepare your soul to carry blessings that fit the calling on your life. And when people ask how it happened, you won't need a long explanation. You'll simply say, God did this. Let every breath from this moment forward be soaked in gratitude. Let every step be taken in confidence. Because the season you're walking into will not be quiet. It will be visible. And your light will shine not from pride, but from the presence of God resting upon you. The financial breakthrough has been sent. It is closer than it has ever been. And it is moving with speed. For far too long, you've lived on the edge of breakthrough, so close yet always feeling like it was just out of reach. You felt doors shut right before you were about to step through. You've seen opportunities slip from your hands at the last moment. But that cycle, that cruel and constant loop of almost, is over. You are no longer in the waiting room. You are in the fulfillment room. The angelic release has been spoken, and the heavens are open above you. This divine transfer of wealth is not accidental. It is strategic. It is coming now because your heart is finally in alignment with the assignment. You no longer crave riches to fix your image or prove anything to anyone. You are receiving because God knows you will carry it with wisdom. You will use it for healing, for helping, for rebuilding the broken things, not just in your own life, but in the lives of others. And because your intentions are pure, this blessing will not bring burdens. It will bring freedom. You will not have to fight to keep it. You will not have to manipulate to maintain it. It will stay with you because it is rooted in your purpose. It will stay because it's not just meant for your comfort, it's meant for your calling. There are things you have been called to build that were waiting for this moment. There are dreams that had to sit in the background until the right resources arrived. And now, with this financial breakthrough being delivered, those dreams are coming back to life. They will no longer be ideas on a shelf. They will become reality. Type 444 if you believe in God's divine protection. You are stepping into a season where divine instruction will match divine provision. God is not only sending what you need, He is showing you what to do with it. Your next steps will be clearer. Your path will be lit. Your choices will no longer be limited by fear or lack. You will move with boldness, because now you are being carried by provision that was always meant for you. Let your heart rest now. The years of panic are behind you. The season of sleepless nights, wondering how you'll make it through, is closing. God has heard the final cry of your wilderness. And He is answering with a voice that thunders blessing, peace, and multiplication. You will be surprised at how quickly things begin to shift. The very people who dismissed you will watch you rise. But your heart won't hold revenge, it will hold mercy. Because you'll be too busy thanking God for restoration to care about old wounds. You won't be walking in arrogance. You'll be walking in awe. This financial blessing is not the end. It's the beginning. It's the starting point for all that God has been preparing behind the scenes. And as it flows into your life, it will bring with it other gifts, healing in your relationships, peace in your home, strength in your body, and clarity in your mind. You'll start to feel safe again. Not just physically, but spiritually. You'll no longer wake up with dread, thinking of everything that's missing. You'll wake up filled with calm, filled with clarity, filled with the deep knowing that you are cared for by a God who never forgot your name. Let every doubt leave you now. Let every whisper of fear be silenced. The same God who saw you through the dark days is the same God who is now flooding your life with light. The same hands that held you in silence are now opening doors for you in public. This is the reward of staying close to God even when everything around you is pulling you toward giving up. And now, let your heart believe fully. Not halfway. Not cautiously. Let it open wide and receive what is already yours. God does not play with your faith. He does not tease with promises. He fulfills. And He is fulfilling now. This money will not slip through your fingers. It will stay. It will grow. It will multiply. It will become a testimony. Not just for you, but for every person watching. For every person who doubted. For every person who thought your story was over. You are not being overlooked anymore. You are not being skipped. You are not being delayed. The divine current that once passed by others is now directed toward you. And nothing, no past mistake, no missed opportunity, no wrong turn, can stop what is already moving in your favor. You have entered the season where everything changes quickly, but nothing feels rushed. Because when God moves, He moves with perfect peace. There are blessings headed your way that you didn't even know to ask for. They were not part of your plans, but they were always in God's. He held them back not because you weren't ready to receive them, but because He was preparing them to be even better than what you imagined. And now, those answers, those provisions, those life-altering shifts, they are coming into full view. This financial breakthrough that has been written in your name will become the reason you finally breathe again. Not because money solves everything, but because the weight it lifts allows you to finally hear the voice of God without the noise of worry, anxiety, and daily pressure. You will begin to see clearly. You will begin to dream again. You will begin to speak life over things you once thought were finished. Type 555 to receive blessings and miracles. Your future is not just protected, it is overflowing. You will not walk in fear when bills come. You will not dread the phone ringing. You will not count coins with trembling hands or put off joy until a later day. You will live in peace now. You will laugh now. You will give generously without the fear of running out. Because you're no longer living under the weight of barely enough. You've stepped into the overflow of more than enough. Let that truth settle in. The days of barely are over. Barely surviving. Barely making it through. Barely holding on. They are behind you now. You are stepping into a steady, divine, secure season where provision flows like breath, constant, gentle, and necessary. God is not giving you a temporary miracle. He is giving you a new rhythm. A rhythm of rest. A rhythm of renewal. A rhythm of receiving without shame or guilt. Because you didn't steal this blessing. You didn't cheat your way into it. You waited. You trusted. You stayed kind. You kept your hands clean and your spirit soft. That's why this blessing is coming to you with safety and strength. You won't fumble it. You won't lose it. You won't fall under the weight of it. It will elevate you. It will expand your reach. It will increase your ability to move forward with confidence and spiritual authority. Because now, what God placed inside you can finally come to life without financial chains holding it down. Your calling is rising. Your creativity is awakening. Your mind is being made new. Ideas are being stirred in your soul. Visions are being reintroduced into your heart. This is not just a financial shift. This is a life shift. And it is flowing from the throne of God directly into the parts of you that were once numb from waiting too long.